Highway tragedy. Can you describe what happened in the highway yesterday? It was a devastating head-on collision between family CYB and passenger minivan. Where was family heading when the accident occurred? They were traveling back to their hometown after a stay in the city. Why was the family in the city in the first place? Well, the youngest daughter had just been discharged from the hospital after receiving medical treatment. How many people were traveling in the family's truck? There were four: the father, mother, the eldest daughter, and the youngest daughter. What caused the collision at the curb? A minivan carrying 15 passengers invaded their lane, leaving the family with no time to react. Was the minivan speeding? Preliminary report says it was traveling too fast to maintain its lane during the turn. What happened to the minivan after the impact? The force was so great that the minivan was launched off the road while fell into the river below. Did the family's truck also fall into the river? No, the truck remained on the asphalt, but it was completely destroyed by the front engine impact. Who was the sole survivor in the famous vehicle? Only the father survived the crash. Did the mother die instantly? Sadly, yes. Emergency response confirmed she passed away at the scene. What about the two daughters? Both daughters also lost their lives due to the severity of the trauma. How did the father react when he realized his family is gone? He was stayed at total shock, desperately calling out their names while trapped in the wreckage. Were there any survivors from the minivan in the river? Rescue teams are still searching, but the situation for the 15 passengers is very grim. Was the youngest daughter was recovering from the here previously illness? Yes, she was finally going home to rest, which makes the timing of the tragic even more heartbreaking. Called it the emergency service. Other drivers who will instant the minivan seals in the circuit explosion or drivers. How long did it take for the ambulance to arrive? It took, it took about 1 hour because the accident happened in remote mountains area. Is the father physically injured? He has several fractures and bruises, but doctor says his physical health will heal. What is the father's current mental state? He is devastated. He feels a frozen sense of survival guilt for being the only one left. Is he preparing for the funerals now? Yes. He is currently making the heartbreaking arrangement to bury his wife and both children. Will the family be buried in their hometown? Yes. That was their destination, and that is where we want them to rest together. Can the driver of the minimum be identified? While the authorities are still working on the identification of the victims found in the river. Was weather a factor in this accident? The road was still damp, but the main cause seems to be the line invasion by the mineral. Did the eldest daughter try to protect Wenju's younger sister? It apparently were holding hands in the back seat. They stayed together until the end. Is the local community supporting the father? Yes. The only town is the mourning, and has started a fund to help with the funeral costs. What happened in the youngest daughter's hospital discharge papers? They were found scattered among the wreckage on the highway. Is there a police investigation underway? Yes. A full forensic reconstruction of the accident is being conducted. Can the father walk, or is he in a wheelchair? He is currently using a wheelchair due to his leg injuries, which make his attending the wake ever hard. What will happen to the family? Come now, it stands empty, a silent reminder of the life they were supposed to return to. And does the father have any other relatives to help him? His extended family has arrived from the city to support him during the burials. How will this tragedy be remembered? As a reminder of how fragile life is and how a single second on the road can change a family's destiny forever. Was there any change to the feather to about the collision? Not at all. The cure was too tight, and the minimal apparent suddenly in his line at high speed. How did the father manage to get out of the truck? He didn't. He had to be cut out of the wreckage by the fire department using special tools. Did the mother say anything to him before she passed away? No witnesses say the impact was so violent that death was almost instantaneous for those in the front and back seats. What are the younger daughter condition before the crash? She was finally held to unhappy, excited to show he relates back home that she was better. How the bodies of the 15 passengers in the minimum being recovered. Divers are still working in the river. The current is strong, making the recovery mission very difficult. Is the father blaming himself for the accident? Tragically, yes. Keeps saying he should have been someone to deal instead of his wife and children. Will there be a collection memorial for all the victims? The town is planning a candlelight vigil this weekend to honor the family and the passengers from the minivan. What remains the family trapped now? It's just a heap to twisted metal in a police impound a lot. A haunting sight for any who sees it. How is the father handling the silence of his home? He hasn't been able to step inside yet. Losing their belongings is too much to bear. What is the most heartbreaking detail about this scene? Finding the welcome home banner in the trunk that they were planning to hang out for the youngest daughter.